that everyone? Right. I did press it. There we go.
Oh, you didn't press it.
I already pressed it.
Oh, sorry. You did that this way. The first 20 minutes. Okay, just cut that. Hey, sexy. Right now. I guess we can. Are you just gonna stand there?
Yeah, I'm good.
I do want to stand there.
I'm good.
Fine.
Fine.
You can just start over so we have 40 seconds and nothing's happening.
I only pressed 10 seconds.
Don't look at this.
So, today in our society, we as humans use gas in our everyday lives in more ways than one. Whether it's the gas that produces electricity or the gas that we use in our kitchen, it's a resource. A resource that's gradually reducing to the near future, and we're striving to find alternate resource to use. So, an alternate resource that has come to people's attention over the past few years would be shale gas, a type of gas that's mined from a rock formation located deep below the Earth's surface. So, just a little bit about me. My name is Anton Tran, and I've done a bit of research into this. And the process I'm wishing to talk about today is hydraulic fracturing, which is a process used to mine shale gas. So first, I shall explain the process on what hydraulic fracturing is. Then I shall elaborate on 2 out of the many sides concerning this issue. I hope that this makes you a more knowledgeable person on this. So first, the process known as hydraulic fracturing is a process in which people utilize to mine for natural gases such as shale. So shale gas is currently part of the oil industry where it's a natural gas, so it produces less CO2 than coal, which is good for global warming. So before the actual process is implemented, a hole is drilled into the ground all the way down beneath the bedrock to where the shale is located. After that, a steel pipe with cement is lowered down into the formation, and then the fractures are blasted throughout the shale using high pressure air and water. After that's done, fracturing fluid is input down through the pipe, and that's where the fracturing fluid goes into the cracks of the shale formation, and it fractures the shale and releases air bubbles, and for the hydrocarbons of the oil to be released and be processed. So after that, tons of water will be pumped through the shale pipe, and the gas will be retrieved and processed. So out of the many sides on this issue, let me point out one side which advocates for hydraulic fracturing. So this side argues that hydraulic fracturing is a proven process that is known to be relatively safe and allows producers to recover natural gas. They argue that shale will help the U.S. reduce their dependency on foreign oil and reduce carbon dioxide emissions. Also, with every good opportunity, there are always risks and concerns, except that they believe that these risks can be well contained and regulated. So with that, the pros benefit outweigh the cons. So there's also been a statement from the former EPA Environmental Protection Agency Director, Lisa Jackson, which states that there is no proven case of where the fracking process itself is harmful to the environment. There was also a debate hosted by Cornell on hydraulic fracturing where both sides debated the pros and cons, and it ended in favor that hydraulic fracturing was relatively safe to use. Also, from an online debate hosted by The Economics, a weekly news publisher, people offered their opinions for a whole week on the issue, and in the end, the process was the debate was fairly neutral, with both sides accepting any opinions. Adding onto that, the United States is sitting on a large formation of shale, which is a law of gas, and that can sustain for over 100 years, or so President Obama states in a speech a while back. Also, the U.S. Energy Administration, the EIA, has also reported that since the year 2000, mining for shale gas using hydraulic fracturing has increased from 1% to 25%. It just goes to show how vital and beneficial hydraulic fracturing is to this industry. So next, I would like to point out one side which expresses concern for hydraulic fracturing and how it affects the environment. As I mentioned earlier in my explanation, the hydraulic fracking process, there is a part where tons of water is used to be pumped into the ground, and that chemicals are injected into ground in order to fracture cracks and release the gas. So during this part of the process, well, like I said, a lot of water is used and it's sent down, and people have been wary of this process because they were afraid that chemicals can be that the chemicals can contaminate the drinking water and make it unsafe. Adding on to that, there was a documentary called The Gaslands, where one location in Wyoming named Pavilion, where there was hydraulic fracturing occurring there, and the gas water was very contaminated to the point where you could set the water on fire. It would still stay on fire. So the site also argues that the gas company should not be exempted from environmental protection agency regulations because lawmakers passed a proposition that the gas companies mining for shale oil are exempted. So other people are pushing for that exemption to be repealed. So lastly, I hope that you're a more informed individual on hearing what I just said. Just to recap, I first explained to you the process of what hydraulic fracturing is. And secondly, I explained two sides, on which one side advocated for hydraulic fracturing and how it's beneficial. And then I explained another side on how there were concerns about hydraulic fracturing. Lastly, I hope that you guys took something from this, and thank you.
Hey, pause this.